Guys, Johnny Somali's case has now turned into a new mess. Because of Johnny Somali's counter lawsuit filed against a victim of his own case, it has really shocked others. Also concerning is that Johnny Somali may apply more charges or file more cases against other victims as well. And if he does file a new case, is there any chance that Johnny Somali could win the lawsuit or not? Clips are going viral right now as the situation of Johnny Somali shows him dancing after winning the case. How shady can Johnny Somali be? I will describe more details to you. Let's keep watching. So now, at first, watch this video. Here you can see Johnny Somali now celebrating his case win on the streets of South Korea. Just look at the expression, how shameless he is. If the South Korean authority didn't take strict action against him, then the South Korean law would be a joke, nothing else. Because just imagine, while it was time for Johnny Somali to get maximum punishment, now it's to behave that Johnny Somali is getting charges dropped. So he also posted from Cancel Johnny's saying, Korea strictly detained Johnny Somali, but Japan couldn't do anything. Inferior nation Japan should learn from Big Brother Korea. Or so it was supposed to be, but recently Johnny Somali was spotted looking lively in Korea. No surprise there. Korea opted for in-home detention, the trial has been delayed endlessly, and even after a year, no sentencing has been proposed. Of course, no 31-year prison sentence has been handed down either. Are you gullible folks who got fooled by YouTube clickbait thumbnails still breathing? So this post actually makes sense right now as of the situation. The clips are going viral once again, showing where Johnny Somali said how he fooled the judge in the court many times.
Bro, you know, in the court, in front of the judge, in front of 300 people, the prosecutor asked me, you earn money from advertisers in your videos online, right? I said, no.
I said no.
But you do earn money, right? No. Straight up, I said no. This is Troy, you know what I told the detective? Troy, I said I do this because I like to film myself for my own documentary.
Did you see that? So Johnny Somali is trying to manipulate the judge and court in South Korea, and he also did all this in Japan, and that's the main shady behavior Johnny Somali knows. So if you're thinking Johnny Somali is easily going to jail, it's not going to happen if he can keep this all with him. People are also concerned about this issue right now. Here you can see some interesting comments. One person said, Johnny needs at least one win before losing over and over again. But what a scummy way to go about it. Another person commented, it would have been so much worse if Johnny Somali went to North Korea instead of South Korea. I heard the prisons over there are a lot more brutal, and it would be easier to get in jail just for making one measly fuck up. He wouldn't even last long against Kim Jong-un and his brutal regime. Here you can see another comment saying, hey Johnny, you have proven yourself to be untrustworthy, disrespectful. You will never live a normal life again. Regardless of whether you get off, nobody will forget the stain you left. Also another comment, sending Johnny to Lebanon, Syria, Sudan, Nigeria, North Korea, Iran, Iraq, Afghanistan. There are so many countries. Send this guy with no money, one pair of clothes, no phone, no nothing. Send him on a plane and push him out of it with a fucking parachute. There you go. So that's proof that people are now totally frustrated over Johnny Somali not going to jail easily. Also, lots of the biggest creators are concerned about the issue that Johnny Somali is now targeting the victims with new tactics, filing counter lawsuits against them, and also lying in court.
So that in itself is a massive contradiction. But this ended up working in his favor. I don't know, is that surprising that Johnny is lying in court? I don't know. So as of right now, Johnny is now facing 12 years in jail or prison here in South Korea if one of those deepfake charges get removed. Now, he still has another deepfake charge with the streamer Bong Bong, but as of right now, she has not received any charges from him.
Now let's go back to how Johnny Somali has turned the case even more reckless. In the last trial on the 22nd of October, which was an unpublished secret trial, the court asked him if he was going to file any kind of lawsuit or not. But what Johnny Somali answered will totally shock you even more.
So today was actually a big victory for Johnny because one of the deepfake charges have been dropped. Now, the next thing is, will the other deepfake charge get dropped? That's currently with Bong Bong. But Bong Bong has not been formally charged with anything. As of now, at least.
As far as we know.
So Johnny doesn't actually have that leverage with her.
I think he said something very... They asked him if he sued anybody else, or not, I shouldn't say sued, filed charges against anybody else, criminal charges against anybody else besides Youngman.
So guys, if you're finding any confusion, let me break down the context shortly once again. For those who don't know, Johnny Somali filed a counter lawsuit against one of the victims of his case, Youngman, who was charged over the deepfake allegation. But Johnny Somali countersued him. Technically, Youngman is now in prison for breaking the rules of martial law in South Korea. This is not connected to Johnny Somali's case, but Johnny Somali took the opportunity since Youngmon had no chance to fight back. That's why Johnny Somali and Youngmon already settled the case and both dropped charges. Now Johnny Somali may file charges against 2 more victims of his case, Bong Bong for deepfake and Daogun, the ex-Navy SEAL officer, for assault, which Johnny Somali has already allegedly hinted at.
And he said 1 or 2. I think the wording was very interesting. He said 1 or 2. And then he mentioned Yu Dalgun, the assault case. He mentioned that one, but what did he not mention?
Bong Bong.
And why did he say, I'm reading between the lines here.
Of like 1 or 2, so he's trying to press charges against Bong Bong, most likely.
If it was going ahead against Bong Bong, I think the wording would have been 2. Yu Dalgun and Bong Bong.
So if Johnny Somali files a counter lawsuit against Bong Bong, do you think Johnny Somali could survive the case? Or is there any chance that the court might also drop those charges? Now you need to know this. It's very important. If the charges against Bong Bong, which were about the deepfake, are eliminated from Johnny Somali's charge list, it would be very, very good news for Johnny Somali. As of now, 2 deepfake cases could predictably mean 7 years of prison, but 1 deepfake has already been dropped. So if Johnny Somali can somehow eliminate another deepfake charge, he could easily survive the next trial, which is what Johnny Somali wanted from the beginning.
So that's why it's like we're trying to see why she did the same crime. She distributed a fake image as well.
Let me show you guys. 아니 이게 뭐야? What the f is this?
And can you see how this is laughing after showing it on her live stream? Like literally she shows it on her live stream to her audience on stream. The same thing I'm accused of doing, the same gift that was put in her Discord and put in my Discord. And she's laughing after showing it.
What the 아 이게 뭐야?
They also posted deepfake first.
They posted it on their channel, the deepfake of you kissing the fat guy, and then me kissing, yes, and then Bong Bong, the one of me kissing Bong Bong, she showed it to her own stream on.
So according to Johnny Somali, Bong Bong was intentionally shown the clip on stream so the deepfake charges may not be applied. But we also have evidence against the intention that Johnny Somali distributed the footage and also said reckless, shady things on stream.
My Korean girlfriend, look, you see? Y'all jealous, y'all getting like this. Look at me, y'all really wish y'all had it like this. This why y'all wanna get me? This why? You Korean incel. This is the reason, cause I got Korean who is giving me that fucking mushu. That's what you is really mad about.
And she, the posted it herself too. She literally posted it, and she's posting it and laughing at it.
So after all of this, is Johnny Somali trying to make a false case and threaten Bong Bong with another lawsuit? Guys, what do you think? If the South Korean authorities don't dig into all of this and make Johnny Somali face a hard punishment, wouldn't that be an injustice? Let me know your thoughts about all of this. So guys, as you can see, Johnny Somali's case is far from over, and the situation is getting more and more complicated. From counter lawsuits to shady tactics, reckless behavior on stream, and possibly even lying in court, it seems like he's pulling out all the stops to avoid real consequences. The victims are still facing pressure, the authorities are being tested, and the public is watching closely. Whether Johnny Somali can survive the next trial or finally face justice, only time will tell. One thing is clear, this story isn't just about one person. It's about accountability, law, and how far someone will go to escape it.